P-Dub's Arcade Loft is a channel made by adults for adults only. Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in to P-Dub's Arcade Loft. This is Paul Giamatti. I cannot wait for my goatee to grow back. Okay, everybody, thanks for tuning in to P-Dub's Arcade Loft. Appreciate you hanging out upstairs with us. So on today's video, this is part 2 of a series of 5 videos I'm doing for the AtGames Legends Ultimate, where we're teaching everyone or doing quick walkthroughs, trying to keep each video to 10 minutes or less on how you can link additional devices or play additional games on your AtGames Legends Ultimate. Part 1, we covered the dongles. I'll include a link in the video description below if you missed that video. Also, make sure you check out the AtGames Legends Ultimate video playlist on this channel. I do have playlists set up for each thing that I cover, whether it's random stuff, Loft Report, Arcade 1-Up, Toy Shock, AtGames. Definitely check out those playlists. Keep everything nice and organized for you. So in this video, we're going to walk you through the process on how you can build and create your own ROMs that are compatible with your AtGames Legends Ultimate that will play using the included joysticks and buttons. This video has been done before by others. In fact, I think I've also done this video myself a few months ago, but I have much better technology now, so I'm able to present it to you in a much better format. So I hope you guys enjoy it. Special shout out to YouTuber Restalgia. Him and I talked earlier today, and his Dropbox link where we have all the Mame cores or the emulator cores that you need. I was going to create my own, but him and I agreed I can go ahead and use his link so that way you can pull the things you need. But we're going to go over all that in just a moment. So let's get this bad boy fired away. Let's get going. And of course, guys, make sure you double check the video description because everything you need I'm going to have outlined below. Also try to put it in like a step format, step 1, step 2, step 3. But the number one thing you need, obviously, is your USB flash drive. You can go with any kind you want. USB 2.0 or 3.0 should work. Okay, guys, so step 1 is real simple. All you have to do is get your flash drive formatted, right? That's step number 1. So go to your File Explorer and find your flash drive. Mine's right here. And you'll see it's an empty thumb drive. And when it's empty, you can right click on it, click on format, and you want to format it either EXFAT or FAT32. Let's just do FAT32, and you hit start. It gives you a warning message. Accept the warning message. Should only take a second to format, and yeah, that's a 32 gigabyte one. And boom, step 1 done. Okay guys, now step 2 is get the add-on tool. There will be a link in the video description below. When you click on the link, it's going to take you to this website on GitHub to find the Falcon's Maze add-on tool. And what's nice too is how to build a ROM file instructions are right here on this website, but we're also going to show you how to do it step by step. All you have to do is click on the add-on tools.exe executable file, and you'll see a download button right next to the history button on the right. You definitely want to click on that download button and it will download the file. This is what it's going to look like. Now once you have it installed, this is what it's going to look like. It's the add-on tool right here. I have it saved to my desktop as well as I have it saved to my toolbar on the bottom or taskbar. And there it is right there. Okay guys, so looking at step 3, we need our emulator cores to build our files. So there will be a Dropbox link next to step 3 in the video description below. You definitely want to click on that. You'll notice here we got Genesis, Mame 2003, Super Nintendo, etc. You're going to want these, so all you have to do is you have to click on your download and direct download to your PC, and it does download as a zip file. So it's in my downloads. What I want to do is I just want to stick it on my desktop because I know the files in here, there's not many. So when you have it, right click on it and you want to extract the files. So I usually use 7-zip If you don't have 7-zip installed or WinRAR installed, you can get it. So what I like to do is I like to use 7-zip. If you don't have 7-zip, you can use WinRAR, whatever suits you best. So we're going to go ahead and extract the files. And you'll see we now have this working folder, and then these are our emulator cores, right? So let's rename this. Name this cores. And we're not going to need that anymore. Okay guys, let's kind of pause right here for just a quick second. So we formatted our USB drive, step 1. Step 2, we downloaded the Addon tool, which is what you need to create the files. Step 3, we downloaded our emulator cores. Now, at this point, this is where we start treading dangerous waters, if you will. We're on a slippery slope. We're on thin ice because I'm not able to share ROMs with you guys. As you can imagine, ROM sharing is illegal, and I definitely don't want to get my channel in trouble or shut down or anything of that nature. But what I can tell you is this. Google is your friend. It is very, very easy to find ROMs or pirated software, whatever you want to call it, online. So for instance, if you're going to use the Mame 2003 emulator core, simply Google Mame 2003 ROMs. For the Mame 2003 emulator core, I've personally discovered that if you get a Mame 2003 0.78 ROM set, so that means Google Mame 2003 0.78 ROM set, most of those ROMs in that set will work with the Mame 2003 emulator core. I'll also, in the video description below, have a link to a separate Dropbox where you can get the Mame 2010 emulator core. That emulator core is a lot broader, and it will also be able to play a lot more Mame games from different sets, whether it's a 0.78, 0.87, 0.187. All these sets have little numbers next to them. So before we move on to step 4, which is getting bezels and thumbnail artwork, I'm assuming that you already have these ROMs. I will not share ROM sites with you guys or anything of that nature. So you can just Google Sega Genesis ROMs, Nintendo ROMs, whatever it is you're looking for. Me personally, I like having this arcade machine as an arcade cabinet playing arcade games. I'm not interested in playing console games on here. Okay, let's move on. Assuming now at this point you've obtained your ROMs, let's go ahead and move on to the next step. Let's help you find some bezel stuff. Alright guys, so moving right along. So step number 4 is you need to get your box art as well as your bezel artwork if you want to have bezels. Now, box art and bezel artwork is also kind of a slippery slope because some artwork that's custom created, you might, if you find it online, you might have to pay for it. There are some free resources out there for box art. There will be a link in the video description below for this website, and you'll notice that we have all the various systems: PlayStation, Sega, Nintendo, Atari, etc. The one I used was mame.zip. That's for the arcade Mame box arts. And after you download it, it comes as a zip file, and all you have to do is extract it using your 7-zip tool or WinRAR, and it'll pop this Mame folder right here. And right here it says name box arts. And as you can see right here, we have all of our box arts for our games. Pretty much all the Mame games you're looking for will be in here. There's a couple thousand in here. Now, when it comes to bezels, if you want to have bezels, there are some free resources out there. So, for instance, I'll post a link in the video description below. This is a GitHub bezel site, and as you can see, 1943, Afterburner, all the games are here, and the ones you want are the PNG files, because when you're making bezels, they need to be in a PNG format, and they also need to be 1280 by 720 pixels. So if you have to resize it, you can resize it in Microsoft Paint, or there's also some PNG resizing tools out there, which I'll post a link in the video description below for one you can use as well. Okay guys, we made it. We're at step 5, where it's time to build a ROM file that's compatible with the AtGames Legends Ultimate. Let's do it! Okay guys, let's go ahead and get one built. So the first one we're going to do here is Altered Beast. So Altered Beast is one of my favorite games, arcade games, and it's not included on the 350 games with the Legends Ultimate. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to grab the Bezel artwork off that website link that I showed you. So we're just going to click on the PNG file. Make sure you click on the PNG, not the CFG. And it tells you what it looks like. And we're going to go download. And this is what it looks like. We're going to right click. We're going to save the image. And it's going to save it as a PNG file, which is what we want. So we need to find the folder that we want to keep this stuff in. We're going to have a Bezel folder here, so we're going to call this Altered Beast. Okay, so what we're going to do here is now that everything else we've already downloaded. We have the ROMs, we have the box art, we just needed to download that Bezel, right? So now we're going to go to our add-on tool, we're going to name the game, and name it whatever you want. Obviously, I like to do Altered Beast. Okay, now it says for our box art, we need to choose a file. And let's find the box art that we downloaded. And we have it under here. Box art. Let's find an Altered Beast that we like. Alright, and after we pick our box art, then we're going to pick our Bezel art. One thing we should double check though is the size of our Bezel art. We need to make sure it's 1280 by 720. So if we go back here to our bezels, if you just hover over it, you'll see it's too big. It's 1920 by 1080, so it's too big. So one thing you can do real quick is just go into Paint. And when you go to Paint, go ahead and insert the picture. So here it is. It's been inserted. We go to our canvas. And we want to check this box to resize the image with the canvas. We want it to be 1280 by 720. And boom, now it's the right size. So let's go ahead and save as. And we want to put it in that same folder. So we're going to say Altered Beast. We're going to hit save. Alright, so now that's in there, right? So now if we go back to our add-on tool and we go to find our Altered Beast, we click open and it's there. Okay, so this one should work with the Mame 2003 emulator core. Mame 2003. Alright, now we need to find our ROM. So let's see, where did we put the ROM? We put it under ROMs. Alright, there's Altered Beast. We click on open. Alright, we have everything we need. We click on build package. It says where do you want to send it when it's done. It's labeled as add-on _ Altered Beast. You do not want to change the name of the file. You want it to say that. And we want to put it on our thumb drive. So, and then we hit save. And it builds it. And it says it's now ready, go have fun. All right, now let's go stick this into our AtGames Legends Ultimate and give it a test. Okay guys, we are on our AtGames Legends Ultimate. It's important to note that at the time of this recording, I'm on version 4.1.0. You'll notice under the BYOG menu, that is now where your add-on games will pop up from your USB sticks. Altered Beast is the only game we have on this stick. Just wanted to do a test run for you. And as you can see, the game fires up. The buttons and the joysticks are mapped and working. No issues whatsoever. Now, depending on the bezel artwork you choose, if you decide to go with bezels, you might have to tweak the screen to fit. Luckily, you can hit the menu button and you can change the aspect ratio of the screen. See if you can get it to fit within the bezel in the way you like. If you can't get it to fit, you can always turn around and tweak the bezel itself in Paint if it's a bezel you really like. Or you could try a totally different bezel. There's so many different bezel choices, artwork packs out there on the internet for you to find and use. And in fact, let me show you kind of how cool this could all look when it's all said and done. Okay guys, as we wind it down here, as you can see, you can find some beautiful 3D box art online. Sometimes you have to pay money for this stuff, as well as some other really cool bezels. Take a look at this version of Altered Beast. Absolutely gorgeous. I think that looks fantastic. So the options are out there. You just have to dig and find them. And also with the right bezel, your vertical screen games look fantastic. I mean, look at Miss Pac-Man with the right bezel attached to the game ROM. It looks fantastic. It looks natural. The entire screen is filled up with beautiful bright colors and it looks gorgeous. And also, too, don't forget that, you know, with a lot of the main games, like Marble Madness and, of course, Golden Tee, the trackball and spinners and things are compatible. So as we give you some final shots of Golden Tee, you'll see we are playing with our trackball. We got a beautiful bezel. We have the game fit to the monitor perfectly. It looks fantastic, and it's a lot of fun to play in the AtGames Legends Ultimate. Hopefully you guys enjoyed part 2 of the walkthrough. I really appreciate you hanging out upstairs with us. Do us a favor, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. Definitely want to help us hit the next milestone. We're getting really close to 2,000 subscribers, guys. And in addition to that, don't forget to check out the Loft Report podcast on your favorite podcast listening platform. It is distributed almost everywhere. Google, Spotify, Pocket Casts, Apple. It's everywhere, folks. So hopefully you'll tune into that. As always, thanks for giving us a chance. Thanks for tuning in to P-Dub's Arcade Loft. Look forward to getting part 3 to you as soon as I possibly can. Hope you guys have a fantastic day.